The evening breeze in downtown Portland held the crisp scent of fallen leaves and a hint of coming rain. David Harrison, 62, sat alone at an outdoor table at Café Bellecourt, watching the city ease into its evening rhythm of commuters and early diners. Running Harrison Industries kept him busy, but he cherished these quiet pauses between meetings. His half-eaten pasta arrabbiata sat cooling on the plate. His appetite had waned lately, worn down by too many business dinners and the quiet grief that still caught him off guard. 2 years had passed since his wife, Patricia, died, and though the pain had dulled, eating alone still felt hollow. He glanced at his vintage Rolex, a 25th anniversary gift from her. With no board meeting until morning and no desire to return to his hotel, he lingered, finding solace in the hum of the bustling street. A young woman approached the cafe's outdoor area, moving carefully as if carrying something fragile. She cradled a baby, wrapped in a hand-knitted blanket, close to her chest. Her blonde hair was tied back simply, and her clothes, though clean, bore the marks of hard times. She paused near the entrance, her eyes scanning the diners with a mix of hope and caution. Her posture spoke of quiet desperation tempered by pride. When her gaze met David's, he saw not just need but resilience and intelligence. She stepped closer to his table, stopping at a polite distance. "Excuse me, sir," she said softly but clearly, "I'm sorry to bother you, but I saw you weren't finishing your meal. Could I have your leftovers?" The question lingered in the cool air. David had been asked for money countless times, but this was different, no pushiness, just honest need. He studied her. No older than 25, with the weary eyes of someone who'd spent too many nights awake with a young child. The baby stirred, making soft noises any parent would know. "Of course," David said, sliding his chair back. "Would you like to sit?" She hesitated. "I don't want to disturb your evening." "You're not," he replied gently. "I was done anyway. Please." She eased into the chair across from him, adjusting the baby with practiced care. The infant, maybe 4 months old, waved tiny fingers from the blanket. "I'm David," he said, waving to the waiter. "Christina," she answered, "and this is Lily." David ordered another pasta, some bread, and a tea. "The food here's good," he told her. "You shouldn't have to take leftovers." Tears welled in Christina's eyes, quickly blinked away. "You didn't have to do that." "I didn't mean." "I know," David said softly. "But let me buy you dinner, if that's okay." As they waited, Christina shared fragments of her story. 6 months ago, she'd fled an abusive situation for Portland. She'd worked at a diner, but the unpredictable hours and costly childcare made it tough. 2 weeks earlier, the diner closed abruptly, leaving her jobless. "I'm staying at a women's shelter," she said, rocking Lily gently. "There's a waitlist for longer-term help. I have a job interview tomorrow, housekeeping at a downtown hotel." "It's modest, but it's something." David listened quietly, struck by her courage in sharing with a stranger. He thought of his daughter, Sarah, now 35, living in Seattle with her kids. What if she'd faced such struggles? When Christina's food arrived, she ate slowly, savoring each bite while keeping a hand free for Lily. David reflected on the countless lavish dinners he'd attended, now feeling empty by comparison. "How old is Lily?" he asked. 4 months next week, Christina said, her voice softening as she looked at her daughter. "She's been so good through all this. Sometimes I think she knows we're in it together." David smiled. "Babies pick up more than we think. My daughter, Sarah, was like that. She seemed to know when Patricia and I needed her to be patient as we figured out parenting." "You have a daughter, Sarah." "She's got 2 kids now, 8 and 10. He showed Christina a photo on his phone from his granddaughter's school play. "Time slips by. One day it's sleepless nights, the next its college graduations. They talked as the evening grew darker. Christina spoke of her dream to finish her nursing degree and give Lily a stable life. David shared memories of Patricia and the foundation they'd built to support families in need. She always said everyone deserves a second chance, he said. Circumstances don't define who you are. As the cafe slowed, David made a quiet decision. He pulled out a business card and wrote a name on it. Christina, call this number tomorrow. Ask for Helen Martinez. She runs our family assistance program. Christina stared at the card. I don't understand. The Harrison Foundation helps families in transition, housing, childcare, job support. It's what we do. Her hands shook slightly. But why? You don't know me. David paused, watching Lily's eyes flutter open. 35 years ago, my wife and I were struggling. Big dreams, no money, and Sarah was a baby. A stranger helped us, not just with money, but with opportunity and respect. Mr. Kowalski gave me my first real job. He saw something in me I didn't see myself. He taught me success isn't just what you achieve, but what you help others achieve. Tears streamed down Christina's face. I don't know what to say. Say you'll call Helen. Say you'll let us help. I will, she whispered. Thank you. As she gathered her things, David noticed her careful attention to Lily's comfort, a testament to her love amid hardship. Christina, he said as she stood, that interview tomorrow, what time? 10, at the Marriott. He smiled. The manager, Tom Bradley, is an old friend. I'll call him tonight, not to pull strings, but to make sure they see what I see, someone with heart and determination. 6 months later, a handwritten letter arrived at David's office. Christina had gotten the hotel job and, with the foundation's help, moved into a small apartment near Lily's daycare. She was taking night classes toward her nursing degree and included a photo of Lily, now sitting up and smiling. Mr. Harrison, Wit, the letter read, I think about that evening often. You showed me asking for help isn't shameful, and accepting kindness isn't weakness. You reminded me we're all connected, that we all matter. I hope to pass on what you gave me, not just the help, but the sense that we're family, not strangers. David tucked the letter into his desk drawer beside Patricia's photo, reflecting on that evening at the cafe. A simple request for leftovers had rekindled something vital about human connection and the privilege of helping. That night, he called Sarah in Seattle. I've been thinking about your mom's saying, everyone deserves a second chance. I think she'd say giving someone else a chance gives you one too. Looking out his office window at the city lights, David realized the most meaningful moments come unexpectedly. A young mother's bravery, an older man's echo of his younger self, the quiet miracle of kindness linking strangers. Sometimes, what seems like charity is grace, shared by both, reminding us we're more alike than different, never alone as long as we stay open to connection. The Portland air still carried autumn's scent and the promise of rain, now laced with the memory of a conversation that changed two lives, one kind act at a time.